Welcome to the Rodize region. I'm a Pokemon trainer slash student here to study the Pokemon of the region. You're watching the videos I'm recording to log what I've learned, and this one is the intro. The Rodize region is a tropical island nation with mountains, forests, caves, beaches, and so much more. Most of the region is one main island, but there are a few islands around it, most notably one named after Boa, a native snake Pokemon. Rodize has lots of native Pokemon species, including some seen in other regions that have been in Rodize long enough to adapt. Still, there are many invasive Pokemon that have been studied enough in other regions, so I'll mostly ignore them. That's really all I want to say about the region in general, and even though I've got my Pokedex, I'm still waiting on my starter Pokemon. Even though I don't have any Pokemon of my own, I've scanned any and all I could find around my house, which I'll tell you about now. The first one I found is the family pet. It's Neoneo, the tiny Keat Pokemon. Years ago, it was thought to be closely related to Fletchling, but molecular studies show it's not quite so closely related to any known bird Pokemon. They love fruit and nectar, especially bananas. While this Pokemon is pretty cute, it's known to be a bully to smaller Pokemon. It attacks the little bug and grass types I'll talk about next to steal their stuff. Despite this behavior with small Pokemon, Neoneo is remarkably tame with humans. If you're training it for battle, you might have mixed results. Neoneo is a normal flying type Pokemon with the abilities Cute Charm, Pick Fat, and hidden ability Defeatist. As long as Neoneo thinks its opponent is weak, it'll probably battle pretty well. If it thinks its opponent is too strong, it'll get in its head about it and give up before the battle even starts. It learns moves like Peck, Thief, Absorb, and Growl. When I went outside, I saw another Pokemon up in a tree. It's Nanapider, the baby spider Pokemon. Nanapider eggs are laid in a banana tree, and when they hatch, each Nanapider picks its favorite banana from the bunch and develops a strong bond. They use some sort of grass Pokemon magic to keep this banana from bruising or going bad, a mechanism being researched by food scientists around the world. While Nanapider loves to eat bananas, they never eat their banana friend they traveled with since they were hatched. People say this banana tastes amazing, but I don't care if eating it gives me $1 million Pokédollars and an Azure Flute, I'm not stealing that guy's banana. Unfortunately, humans aren't the only ones who have that idea, and Neoneo has been seen attacking Nanapider and taking its banana. I've heard this triggers Neoneo to evolve, so now I know that anyone with an evolved Neoneo is a horrible person. Nanapider never recovers when its banana is taken, and rarely even attempts to find a new one. 9 times out of 10, it leaves to sulk somewhere dark till it evolves out of spite. An unevolved Nanapider, though, isn't really much of a battler. It's a bug grass type with the abilities Sweet Veil, Technician, and hidden ability Stakeout. Its stats and abilities aren't that bad for what it is, but its typing paired with its lack of strong attacks really let it down. Its common moves are String Shot, Poison Sting, Agility, and Synthesis. Later, it might learn Spider Web, Sticky Web, and its most powerful attack, Bug Bite. Bug Bite is also one of its only 2 attacks, with the other being the previously mentioned Poison Sting. The last Pokemon I'll talk about in this log is one I found at night, sitting in a puddle under a tree. It's Cocoti, the loud coconut Pokemon. You might think it's just a coconut frog, but it's actually a very loud coconut frog. They start to sing as soon as the sun sets, and don't stop till the sun rises. Their loud sounds make them easy prey for bird Pokemon like Neoneo, but there's so many of them that they still thrive as a species. Cocoti makes a very distinct and popular Coti sound, with the co part being noticeably deeper pitch. I've heard that the co part is done by the males and the T part is the females, but I have no idea if that's actually true. It might sound unbearable to have a Coti, Coti, Coti sound all night, but the locals actually find it sort of calming. Personally, I love this sound and it makes me feel at home, possibly because I'm a local. Cocoti is another Pokemon that makes a great meal even with that big shell. It's not as hard as it looks to crack, and there's lots of meat and juice in there to satisfy someone's hunger. I've heard that when they evolve and age a bit, the stuff in there ferments and makes a great alcoholic beverage. The little Pokemon here really can't catch a break, can they? Anyway, Cocoti isn't really that bad in battle. It's a normal grass type with the abilities Hustle, Siesta, and hidden ability Soundproof. Its Siesta allows it to heal 25% of its health for each turn it's asleep, which is kind of nice, I guess. Cocoti has a nice HP and special attack stat for what it is, which it can make use with in powerful attacks like Absorb, Echo Voice, Round, and Bubble. I know it learns Mega Drain as it levels higher, but I've heard that someday it could even learn Boom Burst. That's all I've got for this video. Hopefully the next vlog won't have so many stories of eating Pokemon. Check out my Patreon to support me and get your name at the end of my videos. Thanks Captain Kobop, Art of Dying, and Mr. Kill. I swear that anthropology video is getting closer and closer to completion. The script is nearing 9,000 words. I hope you'll stick around the channel to eventually see that one, but either way, thanks for watching.